What's going down, YouTube? We're ready to do the letter D. Let's get it cracking. Start off first with the normal stuff. Gonna start blocking it out. Let's get it cleaned up. All right, I'm feeling that. Drop that layer. Come back, get this D. Make a little bit sharper edge. Bring it down, trying to make it a little bit more dynamic. You just want to follow those lines real easy, real quick. Okay, that's starting to look nice. All right, let's lower that. Let's get it cracking a little bit more. There we go. Nice, clean drop down from that. See, just the letter D. Drop it in, super basic. Let's get that 3D cracking. Gonna do some 2-point perspective letters here soon. Alright, coming from the bottom, bottom left. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. Remember, just drop that layer behind the outline layer, lower the opacity. Start making those lines parallel again. There we go. Probably gonna round out that bottom. It's not so blocky. You know, you can't have too blocky. You gotta get it flowing. You gotta get the nice little smooth lines in there. Let's start cleaning this up a little bit. Just trying to get it to where I like it. We could move on to color after that. Remember, don't be scared to work it, you know. Get that paper going, get those lines flowing. That's what erasers are for. Alright, we're gonna push it back a little bit so we can get this background color and all the different colors going on in this piece. I think I'm gonna go with like a camouflage color palette almost. Maybe like its own little funky kind of camouflage. Now remember, let me know if you want to see something done different. You want to, if it's good, if you need it sped up a little bit more. I mean, if there's something else you want to know how I'm doing, or any kind of different stuff you guys want to hear on the channel when it comes to my process of drawing. You can probably tell now that, you know, I like to put a lot of work into just my backgrounds and my color play throughout the piece, whether I'm doing letters or characters. You can see in the other videos a lot of my characters have really clean backgrounds that really go with the drawing. Alright, that looks clean. Hit this 3D with a little darker color, make those front colors really pop out. It's like a bronze, it's like a dirty bronze almost. Like a dirty mud pie. Got grass and granules all throughout the mud pie. Get a little couple more details in there. Really make that letter's color come out. Be its own entity. You gotta have it be its own entity. You know, it's hard to talk on these videos, man. You know, it's like, you know, after the first couple, you see the lines, you block the lines, you do the 3D, you pick your point. I mean, you pick your poison. Getting some more details up in there. Now, of course, because these are kind of brought forward, I'm just using a darker tone to basically this color palette so that it sticks out. Working with these little designs, I don't know if I'm feeling that. Might Control Z that. I don't know. Yeah, I think that's too much on the bottom of the letter. Let's get that out of there. Using that color picker. I don't know if you see that screen flicker, but it usually happens when I use the color picker. It changes my brush a little bit quicker. Don't snicker. I like those little faded bubbles in there. Or paint dots, paint splatters. Looks clean. That's another thing. Let me know what you're using too. If you're following along on the computer, or if you got your sketchbook out, if you're, you know, working it with just pencil pencil and pen, who knows? There's more than one way to skin a cat. I don't know why I keep messing with this polygram tool. It just never works for me. I just don't like the shapes that I bring out. I'm gonna use a lot of oval or circular or rectangular shapes for my backgrounds, I think. Just makes it a little bit more easy to follow. Keeps the letters center focus. Now remember to check back to that color wheel. It ain't no joke. When you start exploring that color wheel, dude, your colors are gonna start coming off and popping, dude. You're gonna understand it more, how colors match each other and bounce off each other, and you know, opposites attract. That's for sure. Opposite ends of the spectrum of the color wheel are totally different colors put up next to each other, but they just work. Peach is slick. Let's get a little lighter color. I don't know what I'm gonna use yet. Oh, that ain't working. I don't know what happened there. Just a big old blobby set of paint right there coming into my picture. You gotta come into the picture. And then hit him with that deco pink, that old school. That looks like a Posca pen right there. When you're doing highlights, or if you're doing a different border with like a light color, or if you're, you know, using a dark color because your letter's so light, it really brings whatever image you're creating, it really brings it to the foreground. Separates it from the background a lot. You know, you can use shadows and stuff like that too if you're doing like characters and stuff, just to set it off a little bit more. Even with lettering, when you're using Photoshop too, and you're drilling through the layers. Whoa! Oh, pixelated. Whoa. Oh, that was scary. I was living inside the letter. Felt like I was in another realm. All right, let's get it cracking. Yeah, but like I was saying, when you're digging through the layers, it makes it so that you don't have to be so on point as long as you're using layer control. That's all it is, really. Like, I mean, anything that's on top is gonna be on top. It's exactly how it sounds, layers. So let's say you're like, I don't know, I believe I have 8 or 9 layers to this letter. So just think of it like a 8-layer cake. Well, your bottom layer, you're not going to be able to see the top of it because it's covered by 7 other layers. So when you're using the layers, use them to your advantage. You'll find it's a lot easier to just be a little bit more free moving with the brush strokes, because you don't have to worry about it covering up stuff. Now, if you're following along to paper, of course that's a little bit different, but like I said before in the other videos, you want to use those light lines, you know what I mean, to come to the end result. Well, I hope you guys liked the video. I know it gets you know, better and better each time. These letters are going to be coming off hot off the press, so stay tuned. Next letter is the letter E. I'm looking forward to doing it. That's one of my favorite letters of the alphabet. It just has a lot of flair to it, a lot of dynamicness to it. Tune in. I'll see you next time. Peace.